は生前、運命は無常。蝶の火を借り、汝の道を示さん。ほんとつまんない人たち。パードゥイなんかをからかう趣味もないし、このまま倒しちゃおっか。あれ？キョシが怖いの？いってらっしゃい。てへ。あーばよー。
私からすれば火星は特別な技能であり、掃除、料理、縫い物、どれも俺の得意分野だ。俺は稲妻で生まれ育ったわけじゃなく、モンドから船に乗って稲妻に来たんだ。モンド人よりも稲妻人の方が礼儀に対して気を配っている。もしお嬢が何か話したくて躊躇していたら、もっと積極的に考えを聞き出してみてくれ。他人の弱点ばかりに目が行く者は、自身の弱点も露呈しやすいのさ。そうだ！工事の炎！
兄貴、こんな場所に宝があるなんて何かの間違いじゃないか？
王子の姉貴からもらった宝の地図だぞ。間違いなくここにある。
待ってくれ、兄貴。何か声が聞こえて。
ガキじゃあるまいし、いつまでうじうじと。
兄貴、やっちまえ！
陰陽は生前、運命は無常。蝶の火を借り、汝の道を示さん。ほんとつまんない人たち。パードゥイなんかをからかう趣味もないし、このまま倒しちゃおっか。あれ？キョシが怖いの？いってらっしゃい。てへ。あーばよー。ないし。
私からすれば火星は特別な技能であり、掃除、料理、縫い物、どれも俺の得意分野だ。俺は稲妻で生まれ育ったわけじゃなく、モンドから船に乗って稲妻に来たんだ。モンド人よりも稲妻人の方が礼儀に対して気を配っている。もしお嬢が何か話したくて躊躇していたら、もっと積極的に考えを聞き出してみてくれ。他人の弱点ばかりに目が行く者は、自身の弱点も露呈しやすいのさ。そうだ！工事の炎！
兄貴、こんな場所に宝があるなんて何かの間違いじゃないか？
王子の姉貴からもらった宝の地図だぞ。間違いなくここにある。
待ってくれ、兄貴。何か声が聞こえて。
ガキじゃあるまいし、いつまでうじうじと。
兄貴、やっちまえ！
は無情。情の火を借り、汝の道を示さん。ほんと、つまんない人たち。ワドゥイなんかをからかう趣味もないし、このまま倒しちゃおっか。あれ？教師が怖いの？いってらっしゃい。てへ。あーばよ
私からすれば火星は特別な技能であり、掃除、料理、縫い物、どれも俺の得意分野だ。俺は稲妻で生まれ育ったわけじゃなく、モンドから船に乗って稲妻に来たんだ。モンド人よりも稲妻人の方が礼儀に対して気を配っている。もしお嬢が何か話したくて躊躇していたら、もっと積極的に考えを聞き出してみてくれ。他人の弱点ばかりに目が行く者は、自身の弱点も露呈しやすいのさ。そうや！孤児の炎！
Tes. Selamat malam semuanya. Yoi. Wah, kita akan live nobar kita reviewnya. Kita nonton di dua channel, coba. Selamat malam semuanya. Kita akan nonton yang di Bilibili sama yang di Twitch. Ini masih offline. Lanjut. Patah-patah sih. Amri, thank you udah mampir, dan Lanjut Game juga. Terima kasih udah mampir, walau bitrate memerah ya. Buat kita batal stream karena merah, tahu ya. Merah parah sih, nggak bisa buat live sih. Sini tapi ntar soalnya nggak di rumah sendiri sini karena kita aja nih ini masih nggak stabil terentah ke atas nih. Tunggu 2 menit lagi sih. Coba gimana tes. Ganti kualitas. Nggak bisa kayaknya. Emang udah apa? Gimana? Tes. Cek Twitch sudah play atau belum? Masih off. Oh, udah live. Oh, masih off. 1 menit lagi berarti. Ini udah di set sih. Yos, lagunya kebesaran mix suara kecil. Oke. Peringatan kecepatan bit streaming ini ya. Gak apa-apa ya. Nah, tuh udah masuk. Oke.
亲爱的旅行者们，晚上好，欢迎来到本期的前瞻特别节目。不久后的11月24日，《原神》即将迎来全新的2.3版本。新版本中
Jadi di streamnya ada
一些新鲜的内容呢。今天我也邀请了3位嘉宾来到现场，跟大家一起分享版本情报。第一位嘉宾是阿贝多的配音演员 Mace。也就是马老师，
大家好，好久不见，我可想死你们了。
小马也是我们节目的老朋友了，而接下来的2位嘉宾呢，今天是第一次来到这里，来，元气满满的，不是稍微收一下，控制一下，元气满满的跟大家打个招呼吧。
黄龙天下第一斗，今日到此一游。本大爷的威名，想必早就传遍提瓦特了吧？
这个，请不要在西风骑士团大声喧哗。
各位旅行者好，我是荒龙一斗的配音演员刘少坤，很高兴见到大家。
好，
下一位，
到我了，海奇君的大将。
As always, we'll be doing previews for the upcoming content in version 2.3.
Yang di Inggris gak ada Ittou ya, tapi
I am so ready.
Let's do it, man.
Alright, let's start by jumping right
70
into the
aja
version
guys,
trailer.
gak tinggi-tinggi ntar
Shadows
marah-merah lagi.
amidst snowstorms.
Yo, tim code di sini
That's
bisa
a lot
pakai
of
nggak?
S's.
Yo, Bang. Yo, thank you semua udah mampir. Amri, Adro, game Cedo tuh ya.
With this newfound strength, I will defend those who fight alongside me. Protecting my soldiers doesn't just mean having a robust defense in place. It means going on the attack. The key to seizing victory in battle lies in remembering the meaning of battle and employing the right tactics to generate momentum.
Bos kecil atau bos biasa? Sebenarnya antara bos kecil dan bos biasa.
Pull in! Keep your weapon at the ready.
BM
You never know what's around the corner.
Kenapa ada yang cepet? Ini udah deh.
Press the advantage!
And Oni.
The 10-year commission recently issued an arrest warrant.
Arataki Ittou. We've been trying to apprehend him recently.
People see Oni causing trouble again. That'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice we made.
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki.
A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very
Domain
precious.
baru ya.
When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
Idiot Oni. What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
Yang ditunggu-tunggu.
Oh, coming through! Step aside. Ittou's back in town.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Shut up, would ya?
The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined. This mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries, a vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
People are put off by the cold and don't realize that there is much to explore beneath the icy exterior.
Nah,
Are you
lari
here to
rahan.
build a snowman too? Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman. It'll be a ton of fun. What's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
Some of my alchemy notes are missing. We do not yet know the identity of our thief. Please take care.
Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be.
Oh no! Avalanche!
Oh, longsor sih
Albedo,
ceritanya.
What the devil do you think you were doing?
Albedo, are you okay?
I like the sea, Albedo and Eula.
Sendirian, mantap sekali. Dan Bu muter. Muter gaming, waduh. Merah cuy, langsung hilang lenyap. Buset, langsung hilang. Gitu. Tes. Oke. Merah. Coba refresh. Oke, ini kode remnya. KD 86 KGN. Aku ketik ya. Please dong, jangan. Wah, Albedo hilang kendali. Albedo versus Albedo hilang kita. Kayaknya tuh penyebab tadi longsor di itu gunung ini. Muter lagi pin. Kalau saya muter itu animasi ya.
Beetle fighting, trading card games, spinning tops, kendama, hide and seek, you name it, I can play it. What do you say? Pick one and we'll have a little contest. Just make sure you're ready to get thrashed.
Whoa. Did you see him swing his claymore and then fix his hair?
He's
like
so
the
stylish.
coolest dude in Inazuma.
And yet he's like kind of this goofy kid at the same time. Like hearing his words, it's so interesting, that dynamic, but I'm into it.
Okay, so our first character to introduce is Arataki Ittou. As you can probably tell from the horns on his head, this guy is definitely not human. That's right. In fact, Ittou's horns are a symbol of his Oni heritage. Just like the Adepti in Liyue, Oni are a special kind of being in Inazuma. We have already encountered other special beings in our previous adventures across Inazuma, such as the Bake Danuki and Tengu. This time, we are adding Oni to the list. Aside from Ittou's heritage, his unique charisma has also attracted all kinds of followers to him. Word on the streets is that Ittou has established his own crew, called the Arataki Gang. Okay, so he's a gang leader. That's an interesting twist. Yeah, but he's not quite the kind you might be thinking of. There have been some interesting stories about Ittou floating around town.
Yep. He's the big guy with the horns that would play cards with kids to win all of their snacks from them.
Absolute menace. That sounds like a kid's worst nightmare.
And apparently, he also won a ramen eating contest against a certain fox-eared lady.
Right, which is another aspect of his character. He has a strong will to win no matter what he's doing. Yeah, that makes sense. It probably explains why we see his rematch challenge to Kujo Sara on the Hanamizaka bulletin board. Oh, Sara's the one who defeated him and confiscated his vision under the Vision Hunt decree. Well, enough of us just talking about him. Why don't we let Ittou himself introduce his combat skills? Let's welcome our special correspondent, voice of Arataki Ittou, Max Middleman.
Taking it to the max.
Kembali bahas.
Hey, can you hear me? Check, 1, 2, 3. Arataki numero uno Ittou here in the flesh. So, what are we doing? Talking about Ittou's fighting style? Cool, let's get into it. Ittou wields a claymore and manipulates the Geo element. He's strong, tough, reliable, a true Oni horn to toe. His normal attack performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, and when his second and fourth attacks hit opponents, Ittou will gain stacks of superlative super strength. Pretty cool name, huh? Oh, another thing to note is that Ittou's normal attack combo won't reset for a short time after using his elemental skill or performing a sprint, which means you can keep on swinging even after you move. When you hold to initiate a charged attack, you can use superlative strength stacks to perform Arataki Kesagiri slashes without spending any stamina. Each Arataki Kesagiri slash will consume 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the final stack is consumed, Ittou will unleash an especially powerful attack. When no stacks of superlative super strength are available, Ittou will perform a Saichi Monji slash. Oh, and most importantly, remember to keep your hairstyle as cool as possible, even when the wind keeps trying to mess it up. After unlocking the talent Arataki Ichiban, which, by the way, means Ittou's the best, when Ittou uses consecutive Arataki Kesagiri, his resistance to interruption greatly increases, and each slash causes the subsequent slash to have higher attack speed. So your slashes will keep getting faster and harder to stop. With another one of Ittou's talents, Bloodline of the Crimson Oni, damage of Ittou's Arataki Kesagiri is increased by a certain percentage of Ittou's defense. When using his elemental skill, Ittou hurls Ushi, the young Akaushi bull, at opponents, dealing Geo damage. When Ushi hits opponents, it'll grant Ittou 1 stack of superlative super strength. Ushi also happens to be an auxiliary member of the Arataki Gang. Aw, isn't it cute? Anyway, Ushi is considered a Geo construct, and it'll remain on the field to taunt surrounding opponents and draw their attacks. But Ushi won't stick around forever. It'll flee when its HP drops to 0 or its duration ends. Ushi also grants Ittou 1 stack of superlative super strength when it takes damage and when it leaves. Next up, let's talk about Ittou's Oni King form. After unleashing his elemental burst, Royal Descent, behold Ittou the Evil, Ittou lets his inner raging Oni King emerge, using his Oni King's Kanabo in battle. Yeah, you see that mace swinging? During this state, Ittou's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will be converted to Geo damage that cannot be overridden. The first and third combos of his normal attack will grant Arataki Ittou himself 1 stack of superlative super strength when they hit opponents.
Pindah-pindah aku nontonnya, ini gak apa-apa. Oh, kalau mau ke Pak Mika aja. Ini stream sendiri. Bebas ini. Mampir aja kalau. Ini by the way merah lagi cenah. Astaga. Muter-muter lagi nih.
Respondent Max Middleman. Thanks, Max.
Thanks, Max.
Bye, guys.
Guess that was okay, Max. Just kidding.
He looks like such a cool character, though. Like, he's got really interesting combos and stacking, and like, I don't know, that just seems really cool to play.
Totally. Next, we're moving on to our other new playable character in version 2.3. Let's see him in action.
Nito sekarang buruk, ada full skill burp. Ini katanya bisa nge-buff sih, kayak banget. Nah itu nge-buff. Dari link yang berada itu nge-buff attack, KO sama death ya kalau nggak salah, death stuck.
If there's anything ever troubling you, don't keep it all muzzled up inside. You can always speak your mind with me. Although I can't guarantee that I'll always have an answer, I'll certainly offer you my best advice. Even when I can't muster much of a response, you can always count on me to be a good listener. Whatever it is, I'm all ears.
Whoa.
Here we go. He looks like a real good boy with a big, beautiful heart.
That he does.
I like him.
So, I know what everybody's wondering. Can we pet his ears?
Oh my goodness. Well, that might be a little awkward, but if anyone could pet Goro, it'd probably be the Traveler. Not you, Zach, but the Traveler.
He wants some pets!
Just to be clear.
I would like to scratch Goro behind the ears.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yes.
Anyways, with all that being said, although Goro looks really young, he's one of the most reliable characters you might ever meet.
Yeah, in fact, among the Watatsumi Island Resistance, he's known as Top Dog Goro.
Right, which is interesting because Goro is still younger than most of his fellow officers. He earned the nickname because he's close with his troops, and the other officers are always lining up asking him for advice. And to be completely honest, Goro often doesn't know the right advice to give either. But he can't let the soldiers down, so he just gives some general pointers and responds based on his own gut feelings, which has worked pretty well, so everyone sees him as reliable.
Yeah, you know, I guess that's what happens when you wear your heart on your sleeve.
But as soon as he returns to the battlefield, Goro is back to his serious general self, ready to lead the troops. Although, because Goro is still young and inexperienced, his temper can sometimes get the best of him. Anyway, let's take a look at how he fights. General Goro of the Watatsumi Island Resistance wields a bow and holds a Geovision. His elemental skill Inuzaka All-Round Defense deals AoE geo damage and sets up his General's War Banner.
Aw, the dog paw on the banner is so cute.
I love it.
Thanks, guys. Well, this banner is more than just for show. It provides buffs to active characters within the ability's AoE based on the number of party members in field who are of the Geo element. So, for example, when we have one Geo party member, it grants a defense bonus. When we have two Geo party members, in addition to the defense bonus, it increases resistance to interruption. And when we have three Geo party members, it adds a Geo damage bonus on top of the previous two bonuses we just mentioned.
Okay, so what you're saying is the more Geo characters we have in our party, like, I don't know, Albedo, the more buffs we gain from Goro's elemental skill?
Yes, that is correct. Any characters who lack defense and Geo, and there's a few of them, would probably like that a lot.
Yes.
And finally, Thanks, Koi. And finally, we have Goro's elemental burst, Juga Forward unto Victory. Unleashing his burst, Goro deals AoE geo damage and creates a field known as General's Glory. Just like his elemental skill, the field provides buffs to active characters according to the number of Geo party members. What's special about this field is that it moves together with your active character and periodically generates a Crystal Collapse, which deals AoE geo damage to one opponent within its AoE. After unlocking the talent Heedless of the Wind and Weather, Goro's elemental burst also increases all...
Muter lagi, astaga. Fix Goro B4 party Geo. Iya, dia ngebuffnya lebih ke Geo, stat def, dan kawan-kawan. Jadi emang paling cocok untuk main karakter secara teks seperti itu, Dilu, Noel, yang Claymore-nya butuh ini ya. Ya, muter-muter. Oke, Daijo lagi, muter lagi. Ya ampun. Ini terus aja.
It's so handy when we're farming materials in Inazuma.
Totally.
Yeah, so you guys like Goro? Sound pretty good?
Yes.
Very good. A very good boy.
A very, very good boy.
I knew that's where it was going, and I'm just not disappointed.
Well, all right. Now that we've had our first look at our new characters, let's check out the event wishes coming in version 2.3. The event wishes for version 2.3 are going to be a little different from previous versions. This time, we will be opening 2 character event wishes at the same time during the earlier phase of version 2.3. They are Albedo's Secretum Secretorum and Eula's Born of Ocean Swell.
Okay, so both Albedo and Eula's rerun will be available at the same time, that means. That's cool. What else we got?
Cool, yeah. Well, also in the later phase of version 2.3, the character event wish Oni's Royale will become available, featuring our 2 new characters, Arataki Ittou and Goro.
I'm guessing many of our viewers might be curious about the first 2 rerun event wishes, so why don't we...
Version update.
Muter terus kampret. Wah, mengdalah.
are drop guarantee, which means any pulls you make on one of the character event wishes will also count towards the other. So, for example, if you pulled 50 times on Albedo's secretary, there will be more information in an upcoming announcement with more details on these new wish mechanics.
And as expected, with new characters comes new storylines. Ittou's story quest, Taurus Iracundus, will be added in the new version for travelers to explore. The Oni race once left countless figures in Inazuman legends, but how do Ittou or other Oni live in the current Inazuma? For any players interested in diving deeper into Ittou's backstory, this story quest will be a great place to start.
Sounds swell to me.
In addition to Ittou's story quest, both Goro and Beidou will be receiving their very own Hangout events in version 2.3.
That's right, players are going to get an inside look at some of the secrets behind General Goro and his Hangout.
Oh, and we'll be joining Captain Beidou for an all-new adventure in her Hangout as well.
We have quite a few new storylines awaiting travelers in the new version, so remember to save up some story keys to unlock those.
Heck yeah, if you like new characters and storylines, I bet you'll like some new weapons and artifacts in version 2.3. The new 5-star Claymore Redhorn Stone Thresher will be appearing in one of version 2.3's weapon event wishes. Also, the new artifact sets Husk of Opulent Dreams and Ocean-Hued Clam will become available in the new version. Players will be able to gain these artifacts through a new domain located on Seirai Island in Inazuma.
Well, that's great, because I've been clamoring for new artifacts.
Satunya
And
bonus,
new artifacts
dan tuh
always
weapon
bring new
beli banyak
possibilities for
Ittou yang
characters
dimana
and
klik
great
damage
card
ya
combinations.
untuk startnya.
Yeah, for sure. And now that we've covered all the new equipment coming our way, we're ready to see a new deadly boss rising in the coming version.
Bang, ambil video kan ini buat
Let's
support.
take a look at
Pasti sih
the
aku pengen
Golden
dapat
Wolf
HP itu
Lord.
untuk Geocom. Geocom. Oke.
And that's our new open world boss, the Golden Wolf Lord.
Dude.
Whoa, spicy puppy snake, I love him.
I'm kind of grappling with like wanting to fight it and wanting to pet it. I don't really know what
I'm going to make it my golden wolf friend.
Oh, did you guys see the tornado too? I'm like, I better not get hit with that thing.
Yeah, seeing that just made me feel winded.
Also, the size of that thing, that is one giant rift hound.
Yeah, now that you mention it, the structures of their bodies look really similar.
Great observation. Technically, the Golden Wolf Lord is the king of the Rift Wolves, which is also the reason why Rift Hounds and Rift Hound whelps appeared in Tsurumi Island in the first place. As a giant, monstrous beast from another world, its subjects are tasked with making preparations before it descends. And since this monster will be a recurring boss in Tsurumi Island, players will be able to challenge this abyssal beast at any time.
Okay, challenge accepted, but how do we fight it?
Well, let's give everyone the inside scoop. In combat, the Golden Wolf Lord's attacks can apply stacks of the Corrosion status, which will cause all characters in the party to continuously lose HP. When the Wolf Lord's HP drops to a certain threshold, it will summon Rift Hound Alphas to provide it with shields.
Well, that just doesn't sound fair.
I mean, I think I'm up for this fight, but it does sound pretty tough.
Yeah, but don't worry. In the latter stage of the fight, the Wolf Lord's resistance to Geo attacks decreases, while its attack increases. So you'll have to factor that into your strategy.
I gotta do math? Okay, is there anything else I should know?
Nope, I think that's about all we have for this new monster.
Alright, it's probably a good time to take a short break and give away our second redemption code.
Sounds good.
All right, code inbound in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, kota baru, let's go. Yo, bantu
Welcome back, travelers! Next up, we'll be giving some exclusive details on the new events coming in version 2.3. This time, we're returning to the snowy Dragonspine area to explore an all-new event. Koi, I know that you know a thing or two about Dragonspine, so why don't you take the lead?
It would be my pleasure, Zach. Okay. The main event in version 2.3 is called Shadows Amid Snowstorms. In this event, the Adventurers Guild will be holding their winter training on Dragonspine. They plan to have seasoned adventurers pairing up with newer recruits. Some of our old friends from Mondstadt will be joining to help out too. You know, like Amber and Eula.
Oh, that's cool. You see what I did there? Cool, because it's cold and
yes, Zach, I did see what you did there.
Well, we'll definitely need our friends to survive the deadly cold of Dragonspine.
Yep. Travelers who've reached Adventure Rank 20 and completed the prerequisite quests will be able to participate in the event. And you know, outside the event storylines, travelers can participate in various challenges and earn event currencies to exchange for a range of rewards.
I'm excited to chill in Dragonspine again, but what kinds of gameplay can we expect for travelers during our winter training?
The first is called agility training. Basically, it's a special speed training. Once you start, you need to follow the guides to proceed down a race course. The goal is to get the highest score possible before successfully reaching the end. And your score is based on the amount of time spent and the number of insignias of adventure and insignias of conquest you're able to collect during the training.
Ooh, and it also looks like we've got some special buffs to make use of.
That is correct. Special blessings will sometimes appear while you race. There are two kinds of blessings. First is the Gale Spring blessing, which will enhance your character's jumping abilities. And second is the Iron Skin blessing, which will allow your characters to shatter ice pillars around them.
Okay, so we'll need to aim for the ice pillars containing insignias once we have this blessing.
Oh, you are so smart. That is correct. Travelers should be sure to make use of it. Some insignias of adventure will be hidden in the course, but insignias of conquest appear only at certain times. You'll need to get the correct timing down and grab them throughout the challenge. Second type of gameplay is tracker training. Travelers will need to find and melt all the ice crystal piles within the training area to complete the challenge.
So a pyro character is going to be a must for your party in this one.
Yep. But this training shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to be careful of the nearby enemies and surrounding environment. And our third type of gameplay is combat training.
Ooh, combat, my favorite part.
Combat training camps will contain lures that can be activated to begin the training session. Lures will start in a state of source cold and will emanate cold air that not only increases the rate at which sheer cold will accumulate on your character, but also gives nearby opponents a buff at fixed intervals.
Sounds like this one might be a little more intense for challengers then.
Yeah, but don't worry, there are multiple mechanisms around the lures. Travelers can activate these mechanisms by attacking them while carrying Scarlet Quartz. Once you've activated the three mechanisms, they will change the lure state to heat source and cancel the accumulation of sheer cold. Yeah, see? When lures switch to heat source mode, characters will also restore a certain amount of energy at fixed intervals. So on heat source mode, dealing damage to opponents while carrying Scarlet Quartz will unleash all the quartz energy in a single blow, dealing AoE pyro damage to the opponents.
Whew, I can already see myself searching frantically to find Scarlet Quartz in this one.
But actually, besides looking for Scarlet Quartz in a surrounding area, you can also obtain Scarlet Quartz by defeating certain monsters during the challenge. All three of these trainings have multiple challenges, which may be completed to obtain event currencies, primo gems, and more. You can also obtain some snowman components from the tracker training and combat training.
Dude, the snowman. That's a nice seasonal touch.
Yeah, I would love to make a snowman on Dragonspine.
Oh my goodness, me too. Participate in the event to collect components, which can be used to build snowmen in-game. Travelers can also exchange some of their components with their friends.
Oh, Hey, we're all friends. Why don't we
perceivably
build them together?
We could build snowmen. I'd be down.
Yeah.
That is very exciting. And to add to the excitement, players will be able to claim rewards by building snowmen, including a new 4-star sword named Cinnabar Spindle. Yeah. You want to refine this bad boy? Well, you can collect event currencies and exchange them for the sword's refinement materials via the event shop.
So, I'm sure players are wondering, can we keep our snowmen after the event's over?
Absolutely. We can bring the snowman bases and components home after the whole thing wraps up.
All right, another decoration for our Serenity Pot. I'm looking forward to checking out all the snowman styles.
Oh yeah, me too. But you know what? Aside from all the winter training events, we'll also encounter a mysterious boss once we get further into the event story. But travelers will probably have to discover that for themselves. Anyway, I'm super excited for this event. Are you guys excited?
Yeah. And it sounds like we'll have a ton of seasonal things to do on Dragonspine. All right, next we'll be heading back to Inazuma for our next event titled Bantan Sango Case Files, The Warrior Dog. Wait, what?
What was that?
Was that you, Koi?
No, it was Corey.
You can't blame this one on the dog.
Okay, anyway, back to our event. There have been mysterious disappearances of animals across Inazuma lately, and of course, the Traveler is there to help. According to the Commission, our objective is to find and bring the missing animals back. During investigation, we get to find a mysterious dog which patrols around some of the missing animals.
Well, a dog? There's like a whole bunch of dogs here.
These are all its canine bunshin, which are like illusionary copies.
Oh yeah, these aren't your average guard dog, they're carrying a little sword!
That's why we need to sneak to where the dog keeps the little animals and avoid being detected, unless we want to be attacked.
That, sir, sounds super scary.
Yes, it does. In this event, travelers will obtain a gadget called the Ubiquity Net. Travelers can use it to replace their elemental skill with the net's ability. We'll use this ability on the indicated animals to whisk them away. If the skill hits a canine bunshin, it will be stunned for a short time. Travelers can also activate smoke machines and fireworks around places of interest to cause distractions too. Throughout our investigation, we'll also discover numbers of animals that have been kept in cages inside places called dens of thieves. We'll need to defeat the surrounding opponents first before opening the cages and coming to their rescue. By completing event challenges, we can claim rewards including Primo Gems, so be sure to give it a try. After this event ends, travelers can complete the related world requests to obtain a brand new gadget called the Omni Ubiquity Net.
That's quite a name.
Yeah. Unlike the gadget from the event, this upgraded net has been modified using Onmyodo. It is said it can capture the essence of smaller creatures before using the net itself as a medium to replicate their forms.
So what you're saying is, we can keep pets with
it. Well, sort of. We can use the net as a way of recreating animals that we meet in the open world and place them in our Serenity Pot.
But the bottom line is, I can be like Draff or Timmy and have an army of pigeons at my disposal.
I will accept this.
Right. But please note that there are some little critters who cannot be recreated using the net. Travelers may find which animals can be recreated in the archive.
Yes, we're gonna get to keep some more animals in our realms.
Our next event is Energy Amplifier Fruition. Some of you may remember the previous Energy Amplifier event. It turns out that after our previous research, some remaining mutation stones have started to surface. In the new version of the Energy Amplifier event, travelers will need to get to places of interest and eliminate threats there.
But mutation stones can grant powerful bonuses to opponents,
so
we want to take care of those first before facing the enemy.
Yeah. After defeating the enemies, we can open the chest to claim rewards.
Portal yang bisa lawan bos-bos
open world, oceanic gitu, all the investigation tasks in Act 1, they'll automatically gain the energy amplifier and all of the Earman Soul fruit fragments. Each act cleared will unlock the corresponding deceitful domain.
And just like the previous time we entered this event, we will be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, and the energy amplifier will help amplify our abilities in these domains. The fragments you configure into the energy amplifier will determine the buffs you gain during the challenge.
In terms of rewards,
Gak sama
there
sih.
will be both first clear
Oh,
rewards
yang baru
and
itu Perpetual
milestone
Machine Array
score rewards
sekarang.
to claim in this event. So you definitely don't want to miss out on those. Our next event to introduce
Nah, ini juga
is
rerun
Misty
lagi nih
Dungeon
event.
Realm of
Burung kita
Light.
bisa juga kayaknya. Iya.
Travelers may remember this
Jadi
one
enak
as
tuh,
well.
bisa nyimpen
Just like our
hewan-hewan
previous
yang
Misty Dungeon event,
gak ada
travelers will
di
use the
toko
trial characters
tapi.
to complete dungeon trials. You will need
Namanya
to
tapis
find
itu,
all
Pak. Aku namanya
three of
bukan
the
tapis
ancient
tau.
runes in the dungeon and complete their corresponding challenges
Ya,
to
ini
activate
event
the runes.
rerun
Once all
laki-laki
three
rerun.
runes are activated, travelers can gain
Mirip kayak
access
event
to
yang
the final
sekarang ini
challenge.
ya, yang bisa
There are benediction
explore dan
mechanics
juga
with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus
rampage gitu ya
effects.
modelnya.
At the same
Rampage.
time, there are also some
Ada
automated weapon
buff-buffnya,
systems that
ada
will detect and
mekanismenya.
attack any intruders.
So travelers must use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
This
bukan
time
dapat
around,
karakter gratis
there will
trial.
be new
Bener.
trial characters available and new trials for
Kemarin
travelers
kan
to
ada itu sama
challenge.
kecing
For example,
yang B5.
in the
Sekarang ada
Thundershock trial,
Childe
Electrocharged will not only
Raiire
receive a
Shogun.
damage bonus, but also increase the
Tambahan
rate at which your
si-
elemental skills and bursts can be used.
Well, that sounds cool,
serta.
and also super helpful for finding our way
Okay.
through all the enemies.
Definitely. And don't forget to finish as many trial quests as possible to claim more rewards. And speaking of recurring events, our most
ini.
popular merchant,
Jadi ada 3
Lieben,
event
is
rerun
coming
ya.
back in version 2.3 with his
Ini Surf
goods.
Road,
Players can
terus
search for Lieben
domain
and
dan
submit the
event
materials that he
Lieben, Marvelous
requests to
Merchandise.
claim rewards. And that's all we've got for the upcoming events. We've covered quite a bit of content already for version
Sama juga kekuatan
2.3.
Charcu
We
buku.
sure
Oh iya.
did, and buckle up
Aman
because
kok
there's
kayaknya tulisan.
more. We've got some details on
Hah?
a fun
Paimon?
update to the serenitia.
Doi,
Right.
dulu kok ada
After
Paimon.
the version 2.3 update, we will be able to put Paimon into our Serenity Pot.
And she's got some new dialogue for us while she's in our teapot. Come and talk with Paimon whenever you have the chance.
I don't think that I want to, if that's what she
okay.
sounds like, but I think I will take pictures with Paimon. It's not often we get to snap a photo with Paimon.
Okay. And that concludes the new version content for today.
That was a pretty good Paimon.
Eventnya banyak. Ya boleh lah. Soalnya yang patch kali ini rada garing ya. Hampir kering kita ini
I don't
event.
want it.
Primo reward serat.
No.
Pas-pasan pula. Ya udah. Ah, kode terakhir. Let's go ketik. AS7JJDP4NG7. Oke. Coba klaim dulu. Dan bisa, ya. Sudah selesai sudah semua kode rhythmnya.
Every journey has its end. And we are reaching the end to our special program.
Yeah, time really flies, huh?
It sure does.
Don't rush.
As Zhongli says.
What was that?
So, Koi and Corey, you are both first-time hosts on the program today. What do you think?
You know, it's just been such a journey for me personally, going from voicing NPCs like Draft to voicing Goro and being able to be here on the special program. And I just can't wait for you guys to get to know him better. So thank you for having me, and it's been an honor.
Aw, that's sweet.
That's
you and
awesome.
Go are two very good boys. Speaking of good boys, there's so many doggos in this update. Did you see? I'm going to pet all of them, and then I'm going to make 10 million snowmen.
Sounds like a good plan. I'm also super excited for the snowmen and checking out all of their different styles. And the Golden Wolf Lord looks so fierce and scary in the tornado, but I will die plenty of times, but I will enjoy it because...
We can face it together.
Yes, together. Help me out, guys.
Remember
Please.
to pack your albedo.
Yeah, you're coming with me. Bring him, Koi, bring him.
I better.
Well, that's it for the special program today. Thanks for watching the Genshin Impact version 2.3 special program, and we'll see you all in game.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Dah gitu aja kelar cenah. Tamat sudah live-nya. Nggak singkat. Tapi eventnya boleh lah, lebih banyak. Dan event-event rerunnya tuh lebih banyak dari kemarin. Ada 3 ya kan. Event Liban, event Illumin Soul tadi yang pakai buff yang kristal-kristal itu, sama yang rampage kayak yang ini, yang domain. Boleh banget lah. Oke, kita login ke situ. Menarik. Sangat menarik. Kita login Genshin dulu, guys. Ya, sudah habis. Yang desain juga udah habis. Already ended. Ya, sudah habis. Oke, kita tadi dulu. Kelarin event, aku juga belum event kok.
Refresh ini dong.
Katana wa waza o sasae, takumi wa takara o
Oke, event dulu prioritasnya ini event. Kita kelarin yang ini dulu. Wahnya kebesaran. Di sini ada kebesaran. Ini pakai lagu eksternal. Ada.
Mau ngobrol?
Oke. Let's go. Man.
不祥之物最易骚动。
恋人さんの普段の暮らしですか。またあなたに少し近づけた気がします。
Ini kota dapat 150.000 ora susah banget. Ini dapat -110. Ini Insights Primo 10 Insights Primo. Lumayan menambah pitik ya. Ya, kalau di update trailnya itu di YouTube ada notifnya. Oke, kita terakhir pokok kompetisi. YouTube Science. Sekali lagi karena dia nge-lag sendiri. Kita nonton dengan itu ke Jose. Oke, jadi kita langsung hadapin si Furniturnya. Nah ini, kalahkan Romanus Muteruin Carter satu kali, mencoba titik lemah. Ini yang mata yang kaki, apakah bantu? Di tempat dia sudah. bagaimana dengan tidak jelas langit ini untuk menghentikan selama demi selama masuk status pemulihan dan terus menyerap selain gila itu proses. Nah ini jadi ini yang sisi keduanya, tahap kedua. Tinggal yang hancurin intinya ini udah tau punya. Nanti ada yang dari 5%. Kita coba. Jadi langsung set. Waduh, nggak kena si badannya namanya. Salah. Kok malah jadi rehat ya? Ini gampang tadi komat rehat ini. Ya.
こだ。そこだ。
よし、出発だ。燃えろ。
翼よ。踊りなさい。
全力攻撃。
運命には逆らいません。
失礼。雪を前。
運命の共
鳴。よし、出発だ。
決断しなければ。
みんなは俺が守れ。
立った。踊りなさい。
燃えろ。
任務の目標は
音階調整終わり。
そこだ。ひど 私の負けだ。燃えろ。
ここだよ。
みんなは俺が守れ。
裁きを受けよ。
チレ、一緒に遊ぼうよ。お、風だ。
燃えろ。全力攻撃だ。翼よ。
判決を下す。畜生。
チレ。
よっ。みんなは俺が
逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
全力攻撃だ。
火炎よ、燃やし尽くせ。
翼よ。
私の降臨をたたえなさい。
崇高なり。
上里彩香、参ります。
完全懲悪。仁義を通す。
またか。
受けよ